So here is an interesting quote, ladies and gentlemen. This is Leon Trotsky. He described Germany. He said, there are 100 million Germans. This is in the 1920s, I believe. Or was it the 30s? Couldn't have been. He was killed in 29 or something. No, I don't know when he was killed. It was before World War II. And Trotsky described 100 million Germans, and I thought it was closer to 70 or 80, but whatever. 100 million Germans using the light bulb and believing in magic. And then he said that capitalism is vomiting up the undigested remains of the medieval culture or whatever. Right? Capitalism, he was seeing it through Marxist colored glasses. So now let's look at it through objectivist lenses, if you will. And you have 100 million Germans who, because it was just a decrepit capitalist society, these Germans were not scientific or anything, right? They were all mystical like they were back in the Dark Ages. This comes from Trotsky. He's an official atheist, and this is back when the Soviet Union was going to be the great scientific state that would overtake America and have better science and more progress and more material wealth and more productivity. So he looks at Germany with scorn and says, look at how mystical those people are. Look at how backward they are. Look at how much stuff they accept on pure faith, even though they're using light bulbs and stuff. And what did Germany turn into? And that's my point here, ladies and gentlemen. What did that nation turn into? It's a mistake to think that just because you've got the trappings of civilization, that you've got all of the necessities of civilization as well. The Romans simply prove that, don't they? They had the trappings of civilization. They were able to hold it together century after century after century. But at some point, the trappings of civilization were no longer sufficient. And in fact, some of the things they did were very stupid. They sent huge chests of gold over the border to the hordes that were attacking the frontiers. They would pay them off, and then a year or two later, here they come again to get more gold and to attack and take the land if they can, or just to be paid off again. And this, they just kept paying them, making them richer. There was a large drain on the empire's money, and at some point, they weren't able to uphold the trappings of civilization anymore, even though they had them, because they had quit believing in it. They'd quit believing it was worth fighting these bands. They thought they can get along with them. Just pay them. We don't have to fight the frontiers. We'll just get along with them. Right? And we don't have to be quite so stickly about the world we live in and about the material things in life. We need to spend more time contemplating and praying, right, as Christianity takes over the empire. So you could have gone back in the 500s AD in Rome, well, let's say the early 400s in Rome, and it would have been wealthier and in as good a shape as at any time in the history of the entire Roman Empire. But that doesn't mean it wasn't going to be gone in 100 or 150 years. And Germany exhibited this bizarre behavior, and I'm scared, ladies and gentlemen. I'm frightened that America is exhibiting this behavior. It makes me nervous. I didn't like the Harry Potter craze. I don't think it's healthy to be listening to it's for one thing if there's a little subsection of the culture that reads J.R.R. Tolkien and stuff, and The Hobbit and stuff, that's fine. But if the entire culture, including housewives and kids in elementary school, are all from 50-year-olds to 5-year-olds are all reading Harry Potter, and it's all about witches and magic and spells and stuff, fine. That was a warning sign for me. Then, the proliferation of these shows like Ghost Hunter and History's Mysteries, where they go check out haunted houses and they have activity in these houses. And the proliferation, there's this show about miracles, and there's the lady who wears a blue suit and had wings on her and stuff. They probably took the show off the air. I hope so. It was a couple of years ago. Maybe there's sequels. This is not healthy, ladies and gentlemen. To believe in magic and superstition is not healthy, and it's gotten worse. Can you believe it? The vampire craze is on us. Now, maybe it's harmless. I certainly hope it's harmless, this vampire craze, as harmless as Harry Potter and all the rest. I am scared that it's not, though. People believe in herbs and, ginkgo biloba and fish oil and all the latest fads without any scientific purpose behind it, with no evidence. They don't need any. All they need is word from some guru on TV who's selling books for $40 each and a month's supply of pills for $100, and that's all they need, is that it's on TV being sold. And everybody's talking about fish oil. Fish oil is the good thing to have, right? It used to be fat was bad, and oil is a form of fat, and fat's bad. No, now there's certain fats that are good and certain fats that are bad. And what do you know? The fat from red meat is bad. What do you know? The fat from fish is good. Surprise! Okay. People are believing in herbalism. People are believing in crystals and the healing power of crystals. People are starting to believe in magic. People are into, magnets. People are starting to believe in the power of magnets again. What are we going to do? Are we like the Germans? Electricity, cars, television, radio, internet, and we believe in medieval superstitions? It's not a healthy society that does that, ladies and gentlemen. Not a healthy society. So do what you can to discourage these people. Look, it would be bad enough if everybody's just reading this tripe about vampires and little witch boys. That's bad. But they believe it. They freaking believe it. There's a 9-year-old girl who lives not far from where I'm standing who believes vampires exist. And she believes that there are some people who live, they never die, and they have to suck people's blood. This is not a healthy culture. And when we get all these credulous idiots who think that they can have their own opinion and that reality's evidence doesn't need to weigh in, and that they can have their own belief regardless of reality, and that you can't criticize them, they can believe what they want. And then you start spreading this mysticism. Little boy witches and magic emeralds and vampires sucking blood and ghosts in people's houses. We'd be much better off if science was in the wing. And science right now is on vacation. They've decided to quit talking about reality, and they only talk about mathematics and things like string theory and stuff. So science isn't going to help us anytime soon. I don't know what's going to happen. So here's one of the most pessimistic videos I've ever made. Take Trotsky's word for it. 100 million Germans using electricity while they believe in the occult is scary. And it's no better for us.